to this computer. Andy, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning, Mike. How's it going? All good? Thank
Yes,
you.
all good. Thanks. All good. Thanks for agreeing to do this testimonial. It's really informal as always. Just a chance for just 10 or 15 minutes. Just a chance for you to kind of describe your experience of working with me on this 100-day program.
Yep.
And hopefully, my intention is that it allows somebody else to come forward to kind of want that help in alcohol-free coaching. So, if it's okay with you, we'll just dive straight on in. And
Yep.
we've worked together now for 3.5 months. But just for the benefit of people viewing this, just tell us
Yeah.
who you are and what you do.
My name's Andy. I work in the events industry. I work in Ibiza. I've been here for 13 years now. So I work for a company called Ibiza Rocks, if anyone's heard of it. And then I'm currently working at a place called 5 to 8 as well. So we do music events throughout the summer. It's pretty intense. Ibiza is the party capital of Europe, if not the world. So yeah, alcohol was in and around my working industry quite a lot. Yeah. So yeah, that's me.
Thanks, Andy. Yeah, thanks for sharing that. And what was the biggest challenge, just taking you back right to the start? What was the biggest challenge before we started working together?
It was mainly my routine, to be honest, and my discipline. Um, it was really easy for me to do the classic beers after work,
Mm.
um, going out with mates. A celebration would be a beer. A bad day would be a beer. My challenge was basically breaking the cycle. To be honest, I don't think I didn't really need to sort of like quit alcohol because I was in such a bad state that I needed to do it. But I was in a cycle of where it was quite repetitive. And it was something that I wanted to change in my life because it was affecting my routine and my discipline.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. And what made you decide to invest in this program?
Um, Basically, it was something that I'd had in my head for probably 2 years. And like I said in the previous question, I don't think I necessarily needed to quit alcohol altogether. But what I did want to do was try and find um, who I really was by taking a break. It was affecting my routine. It was affecting my discipline. It was putting me back a few steps. I'd have a few drinks and then I wouldn't be myself again till the Wednesday. Then it's your Thursday, Friday, and you're back into that same cycle. And for me, it was just instead of being 70% Andy, which I felt that I was being, still turning up, still doing my daily tasks, waking up tired, which was a step back. Waking up not very motivated. And to be fair, I had an element of anxiety in the mornings because I had such a big list of things to do and I wasn't working through them in the way that I knew that I could. So I thought a break from alcohol would get me up to 100%, really show me who I am. I hadn't had a break since I was 16, whether it was a beer here or whatever. It wasn't getting smashed every single time, but it was always a couple of beers every couple of weeks or whatever. I wanted to break that cycle and give myself the best chance of being 100% Andy, clarity Andy, whatever you want to call it. So that's why I got in touch with yourself, mate. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Because you just mentioned there 70% Andy before, and we
Yeah,
just
yeah.
did an exercise on one of the last sessions that we've done together. And yeah, you're right up there, just about 100% now with who you kind of truly are. It's about alignment.
Oh, mate, it's like I said, when I first started the journey, I was worried that I wouldn't even get to 20 days. And I didn't commit to it in the beginning because I thought, what if I get to those days and I let myself down again? Then it will be worse. That's what stopped me in the
Mm.
beginning. It was like saying you're going to do something, then not doing it, and then feeling worse. So
Mm.
it was difficult in the beginning. I was retraining the brain. There was many opportunities like they arose before going down to the Birmingham City football match with the lads.
Mm.
It always involves a beer, a pint, and a pie. Sorry, a pint and a pie. And the match, I'd miss some of the goals because I'd go down to the bar at half time and have a beer before I could watch the whole game. I'd miss loads of goals in my time doing that. But there were different challenges that came up. Flying back to Ibiza was one of them. Sun's out, sunset, cafe mambos. nothing goes better hand in hand than a sunset and a pint. There was challenges that arose, and I passed them little by little. We Something that you taught me, and I've used quite a lot, is casting a vote for your future self. So, what's the best way to explain it? There's voting going on in the UK right now. So if you imagine two ballot boxes, and one of them is have a beer, and one of them sort of wake up fresh the next day, not just the next day, the next few days. You keep voting into that box, you're going to start seeing results, and all those little votes of me, or me casting a vote for my future self is now paying off, because I'm feeling really, really good, mate. Yeah, I'm feeling just so much. I feel like I've come on leaps and bounds in just that short amount of time. 100 days in your life, a third of the year, just under a third of the year, is nothing, but you can really I feel mint, mate. I feel really good. We've just done that exercise, so I'm buzzing a little bit, just
Amazing. Yeah.
reviewing my scores. So yeah,
Yeah.
happy days.
That's really cool. That's really cool. Yeah, and I guess that is a bit of a breakthrough understanding, how our habits can shape our identity, that casting our votes for future self. But was there
Yeah.
any other specific breakthroughs that you can think of that you experienced since starting working together? Anything that kind of really sort of shifted you?
Yeah, to be honest, I've woke up now. So I'm on 98 days. So I'm 2 days away from 100. But I've woke up 98 days now in a row without a hangover. I've had quality sleep that I've deserved, because I've been training, I've been working. It's sort of like that. It's that self-talk where you say, you deserve a good sleep now. You've done all your tasks for the day, and the rest, you plan ahead. So it's just that the sleep is a massive thing for me, and obviously it's a domino effect in a positive way, because if you've had a good sleep, like anyone, it's a great start to the day, isn't it? And you just
Mm,
start off with great energy, and that flows throughout the day. Sleep for me has been a massive one. My general relationships with people, I guess because I've had a good sleep, I'm just a nicer guy. Do you know what I mean? I'm a lot calmer as well. So one thing I've noticed is there's always been 24 hours in the day. Um, there was a time, say 6 months ago, and before I started this journey, where in my head I was the busiest man ever. I was the busiest man in the world. No one else is busier than me, sort of thing, which is quite a selfish way to think, really. Um, but it's because I wasn't organising my time as well. I was always in a rush, and
mm,
whereas now I'm pretty calm. Um, I feel like I've got, more hours in the day. There's only 24 hours in the day, as I said, but
mm,
now I feel like
mm,
I've got more time in the day to do more stuff. A reflection on I train quite a lot. In this time, I've done 2 half marathons, and I've competed in a decade. So my training has been on point as well. I've always trained, and I'd reward myself after these events with a beer. You've done well, mate. Let's have a couple of beers. Um, but whereas now, the effect on the body naturally, like your recovery is much faster and stuff like that. So yeah, those are things that I've noticed. But the biggest one for me is probably sleep. Yeah, and just general mood, and like looking forward to. It doesn't matter if it's a Monday or a Tuesday or whatever. You don't sort of wishing your week away, waiting for Friday. It's a weird feeling that I'd seen people. I'd watched some testimonials that you'd done before, and I watched it, and I thought, oh, I wonder how that feels. Are they being real? Are they being honest?
mm.
And they must have been, because I'm being honest right now. Do you know what I mean?
Love that. Yeah,
So,
love that.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I remember when you did the Decker event, and I like to think it's the alcohol free that knocks. I think you knocked 40 seconds off.
yeah,
But it's
mate.
great, another PB. Yeah, getting
Yeah,
on with the
yeah.
PB.
Just flying, mate. Yeah, good, good
Brilliant.
to be there.
Yeah. So how have the sessions? I think you touched on it a little bit about your personal life, but how have they impacted personal, professional life and overall well-being?
Yeah, I think personal life, like I say, my family have noticed, and my mates have noticed, because I go to the pub now and I have a non-alcoholic Guinness. And the first time I did it, there was a few frowns, and sort of. To be fair, I got a great group of friends. I grew up with them since I was a kid at school, and they're my boys, really. And we always go out and have a pint, and we release our problems over a
Mm,
beer.
mm,
So, but I still joined in with them lads, and had a few non-alcoholics, and a few of the lads around me now, I won't say any names, but they're on the non-alcoholics as well now. You know, the sort of not because of me, but just when you're in and around that. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
It's for me. It was the next day, the feeling the next day, having a beer. There's nothing better in the whole world at the time. Do you know what I
Mm.
mean?
Mm.
Brilliant. But it's just that next day that
Mm.
you just don't feel you're 100%. And that's what was getting to me. But
Yeah.
I was still enjoying those moments with the lads because I was having the non-alcoholic. And
Mm.
a few of the lads have started coming to the gym with me as well now as well. So we're training together. So that's good. My parents and stuff, they've seen a change in me. You know, I'm always available and stuff like that. So that's decent. And yeah, my relationships in general are just all round improving. I would say work. I was always very work orientated anyway, but yeah, I feel that the time that I'm there is more productive than ever. You know, I've got a list of stuff that I need to get through. I'm completing it as much as, or close as completing it. Everything that's in my hands, I'm cracking on with. And then my general well-being, yeah, I just feel like the mornings are the best. Getting up early
Mm.
before the birds or with the birds and your coffee and stuff. I've got a morning routine now before I come to work or I crack on with the day. And then there's that time after work where, or on my days off, where in the evening, um, I'll either go for a walk or I'll go and train or I'll just do something with that day. Sometimes I'll even sit down for a couple of hours, chill out and watch the TV. And
Yeah.
I'd done that for years because I thought, as I said before, being the busiest guy ever makes you more productive in actual fact. Sometimes taking a step away and that's also good for you. So in general, my
Mm.
well-being is way better than I can remember in a long time, to be fair. It's feeling
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Great. And was there a moment during our work together that everything kind of clicked?
Um, I think there was moments, to be fair, Mike. Day 50 was a biggie for me. It was just seeing that number. I've got the
Mm.
app, the I Am
Mm.
Sober app,
Mm.
and it was the word sober scared the life out of me. It's like you only use that word if you're
Yeah.
drinking alcohol out of a brown paper bag,
Yeah.
or you've had previous problems. I haven't had any problems. I've had a great upbringing. I've got a great group of friends, a great family, a good job. I've got everything that you could anyone really want. So um, it was like the breakthrough in the beginning. In the beginning, I kept it a secret. I didn't want to tell people that I was working with you because automatically people think the worst, that you might have a problem and etc. So I kept it a bit of a secret. But now, once I got to the day 50 stage, it was like, hang on a second, I'm feeling good here.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? And I remember in the beginning, you were sort of, you could say, holding my hand through the
Mm.
beginning. You
Mm.
were there. We were speaking very often, the odd WhatsApps and stuff.
Mm.
I remember doing recruitment in London, and that was my first real challenge. Of classically, after the recruitment day is done, we're in the capital, going out a few drinks after a successful day, and that was the first time. That was my first test, and I didn't do that. That was a breakthrough period, and then there was a couple more, and by the time I got to day 50, I must have had about 5, 6 tests that I passed, and I think from that 50 point onwards, I thought, I've got this in the bag. You know what I mean? I thought, instead of being worried of not making it, I thought, yeah, I've got this. And that was my breakthrough, the halfway point, really. Because before that, retraining the brain and everything else, you made it easy. Do you know what I mean, mate? You did. You was always there, to be fair. And even if I sent the random WhatsApp and that, you always sent. And in the end, we started having a bit of a laugh about stuff.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? It was
Mm.
quite
Mm.
good. And
Mm.
I remember every time I bought a non-alcoholic beer, I felt proud and I thought I'll send it
Yeah.
to you. Do you
Yeah.
know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
So in our chat history, we've probably got a selection of our non-alcoholic beers.
Definitely.
And just going on that, I might be going off on a tangent. The non-alcoholic beers, right? The Guinness, it ain't that bad. My go-to was Corona.
Yeah. Okay.
In the beginning because it was 4 for £4 at Asda.
Mm.
And then after a bit, once you put the lime in the top,
Mm.
it tastes the same. You
Mm.
just don't get
Yeah.
you don't get drunk. And I remember once, first time I tried it, I had a couple, and I think my brain was telling me, "Is there any beer? Is there any alcohol in this? Because I feel a bit tipsy." But
Yeah.
it's just your brain talking. But
It's
yeah,
interesting. I get that. I've had that moment before. And you get Guinness there and think, and it's in the glass and they've poured it. Does it seem pour it? Is that, it's like, Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It's a
because it
proper
tastes
feeling.
like
You
so
get
close
used
to
to it.
your
Yeah,
own.
yeah, yeah. You really
You
do.
do get
Yeah.
used to it, and that's what I was drinking in the pub with the lads. To be fair,
Mm.
I mean, I wouldn't go out and have eight non-alcoholic.
No.
I'd have three tops because it fills
Mm.
you up. That it
Yeah.
fills you up. So, but that helped as well. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that was good.
Cool. And my final question, Andy, is what
Yeah.
would you say to somebody that is on the fence about kind of like diving into an alcohol-free coaching program?
Well, basically, I can speak from my experience, and if that helps anyone, then great. I was on the fence probably for 2 years, deciding whether to do it or not. Um, I do believe that if you have got somebody next to you guiding you, then you'll make so much more progress. You won't sort of try then quit. I had never ever tried before this, never tried to quit. But I thought if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it properly. I'm not going to have 20 days and then sort of let myself down. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to do it properly. And it's the best thing I ever did. I remember watching couple of videos. My algorithm on Instagram, obviously, once you start searching stuff, it starts popping up, and you started popping up. And there was a few videos you put up, whereas I'm not speaking to a doctor, you're not wearing a white jacket.
Mm.
Um, the stuff that you were saying on your videos really related to me, and I got in touch with you, and we had sort of like an introduction call, and then we just kicked off from then. There was no messing around; it was straight into the journey,
Mm.
and that's what I needed. No messing around, no, sort of tiptoeing around the issue. It was bang
Mm.
straight in and sort of like identifying the issues and working on them.
Mm.
And if anyone is thinking twice or they've got those doubts or, they just want to see, basically, like I said in the beginning, I'm doing this because I want to see who I really am and have a
Mm.
break and be that 100% Andy. And if I'm not saying that I'm never not going to drink again, but right now, at this moment in time, it's what I needed and it's what I want. And I've retrained my brain to think differently.
Mm.
Tell you how it feels really good.
Amazing. That's great to hear. It's really cool to hear. And yeah, and really appreciate you giving me this time for this testimonial. So yeah, thanks again, Andy. And
Thank you.
yeah, I'll see you soon. Thanks, mate. Bye bye.
Yeah, take care, mate. Nice one.